Hi, my name is Lauren. I am the Lolo behind Lolo Did It. This is a hand-dyed yarn business here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am coming to you. I think I'm pretty positive today is September 13th. September 13th, and we've got so much stuff going on for Halloween and fall. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to get started on a few things that are going on the shop, like some the knit-alongs that have started, and then I'll go into what's going on, like what I put on the shop. I'm looking over here because I've got like the entire table is all stuff. So first of all, the Mystery Knit-Along by Jen Peck, who is Webster Street Knittery on Instagram and Ravelry. She is doing a Mystery Knit-Along that starts October 5th. It is fantastic. Since I was the only person that she could tell what this design was, because it's supposed to be a secret, I have seen the design. It's absolutely fantastic. It's very wearable, and it's beautiful. So if you guys are on the fence on doing a Mystery Knit-Along, this is not a crazy shape. It's not, it's something that you can wear, and the colors work beautifully together. So give it a shot. If you've never done a Mystery Knit-Along, it's a lot of fun because you don't know where it's going, and you don't know what you're going to see next. Mystery Knit-Alongs are a lot of fun. I've done it before with other designers, and they're a blast. Secondly, it's a great way to get to know a lot of people in the community. If you haven't met a lot of knitters yet, Instagram and Ravelry are a great place to meet people, especially if you don't, like, for me, and correct me if I'm wrong, Las Vegan people, but this isn't a huge in crafting community. When I lived in North Carolina, there were tons and tons and tons of people on literally every corner who were crafting, and here it's just not quite the same. So for me, Instagram and Ravelry are a great way to get to know knitters and talk about things and join in on things, and I've made some of the best friends ever through Instagram, through the knitting community there. So it's a great way to kind of like jump in and get to know some people through the hashtag. So I highly recommend it. I have lots of kits in my shop. They're all showing as pre-orders right now because I've sold out twice. We have dyed all of the colorways that are up on the shop right now. All of the kits that are on the shop are already dyed. They're just hanging on the drying racks right now. So we'll ship them at the beginning of the week if you guys have ordered either yesterday or in the past couple of days and today. So just to let you know, they're not going to ship in 14 business days. They're going to go a lot faster than that. Anytime I am working with a designer or collaborating on something, I always prioritize that knit-along that's going on. So anytime, if I have 20 orders that are dyed to order, I prioritize, we dye the knit-alongs first, and then we dye everybody else's. Everybody gets their stuff shipped within the 14 business days. Almost always it's less, but I do prioritize the ones that are doing a pattern that is with a designer that I've collaborated with. So just kind of FYI that we really try. If you're buying yarn that you're kind of putting together a kit yourself and it's not through the kit, just let me know it's for the knit-along, and I'll make sure to dye that one first and then dye everything else second. So usually that just gives you a day faster than the others because yours is going to be dry a day faster. So anyways, just a little tip. So this is one of the kits. It's one of my favorites. This was not Jen's original kit that she put together, but it's one of her test knitters kits that she wanted. It's just fantastic. So this is PYT, Pretty Young Thing. This is Wake Me Up, and this is Ow I Feel Good. So it's just beautiful, and it's stunning knit up. So this is one of them, but there are, I think we have 9 different kits on the shop, and like I said, they're already dyed. It's just a matter of drying and shipping them out to you. So check that out on the website. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jen always does beautiful designs. I think this is the third time maybe fourth? Third or fourth. Jen will correct me. Third or fourth time that we've collaborated together, and it's always fantastic. People always have a ton of fun. So I hope you guys join in. I am going to be doing it. And actually, I was thinking that I would put through the whole thing a strand of Molo, which is my brand new mohair base, and I forgot to grab a skein. But you know what mohair, it's super fuzzy and fluffy, and it's lace weight. I was going to put a strand of it through the whole thing, so if you guys want to copy me, I think that would be really cute. So that's not Jen's pattern. I just was thinking that I would do that because I'm crazy. So yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I will definitely be knitting that. The other thing that's going on my needles, that the pattern is releasing this weekend, and the knit along is starting on September 24th, is Mina Phillip has a new sweater pattern that we collaborated on that's coming out like this weekend. It's called the Double Dutch Cardigan. I'm sorry, the Triple Dutch Cardigan. The Double Dutch Cardigan is the baby version that she came out with this spring. It's adorable. The Triple Dutch Cardigan is the adult version. I'll pop some photos in here. It has beautiful cable details. It's a really nice, it's a full cardigan, so it does come all the way closed. You can put buttons on it and everything. It's got a nice folded neckline, and then the beautiful cable details down the back. It's fabulous. So I will be knitting that one too. So I've got 2 knit-alongs going on this fall. Mina's is a little bit different. So the mystery knit along from Jen Peck, that is a month long. You've got, you will get clues every week on what you are supposed to knit, and we'll all finish up in approximately a month and a half. Mina's, on the other hand, this is a sweater, and it's going to take longer. So she's giving us until July, I do this like every time on my podcast, January 13th. Yes. The details are already up on Ravelry. They're already up on, Mina has already talked about it on her podcast. I'm talking about it now, and I will also be putting up details on my website. I have the listing up for the yarn, but I don't have all the details of the knit along yet. I'll probably get that up by this afternoon or this weekend, as soon as I possibly can. But, so the listing that's on the shop, if you go to my shop, go to Kits and Sets, and then Kits for Patterns, you will see patterns that I have collaborated with designers for. Mina's is the top one right now because it's the last one that I've released. And hers has the one that you can click on that has the actual sweater and you can see all the stuff about this pattern. That one is only for the Make It Rain colorway, which is the colorway that she knitted on. But if you would like to knit it on any other color on Whole Lotta DK, you can order it dyed to order. There's a link within the listing that says click on this, click here to order Whole Lotta DK dyed to order. You can also click on Whole Lotta DK and get it ready to ship. One of these, this is Pride and Joy. This is one of my favorite ones. It's really cute. Ready to ship is available on the shop. So if you see a colorway, like it doesn't say dye to order on it, but if you see a colorway, those are all ready to ship. So snatch up one of those, or you can knit this with my simple DK base. So you don't have to knit it on a Whole Lotta DK. This is Whole Lotta DK. It's a non-superwash Polworth and silk. It's fantastic. I absolutely love this yarn base. But if you would prefer superwash, my simple DK base is perfect. You can order that in my sweater quantity section, dye to order. Or if you go to the sweater quantity section and click on SQ Simple DK, that one shows you everything that's ready to ship on 4 skeins or more. So if anything is available 4 skeins or more on that yarn base, it'll be there, and you can check to see, you know, depending on your quantity that you need for your size, you can check to see what's there. But that's a really good way to find something that's already ready to go. So that's really exciting. Mina and I have collaborated. If you look at the Kits for Patterns, Mina and I have collaborated quite a few times. You'll see all of her little sock patterns and stuff like that on there, and different kits that you can get for hers. So it's just so much fun. I love these 2 designers. I love that this fall we're kicking off with a shawl and a sweater, and I hope you guys are along for the ride because it's going to be so much fun knitting it with you. I really enjoy doing knit-alongs because I get to see what everybody else is making too, or what colorways you choose and things like that. And I love all the comments on the order. Whenever you guys order something for it, you put comments, and it's just like really fun. So anyways, join in if you can. It's a lot of fun. you know, and these are two different, totally different kinds of patterns. If you're into shawls, definitely do the mystery knit along. If you're into sweaters, this is beautiful. So I hope you guys join in on one of them or both. I would love to see both. So thank you guys so much for all of that. I've already gotten so much enthusiasm around it that I can't stand it. It's like, it's awesome. So we're having a lot of fun. The other thing that's coming up, speaking of patterns, is I have designed a baby sock pattern. This is the only one I have left. So my nephew turned 1 month old today. So I shipped off his little baby socks that I have been knitting. And so this is the only one I have left. This is a 0 to 3 month size. But these are called baby airplane socks. And the reason why I called them baby airplane socks is because I can knit an entire pair on an airplane ride. And that's basically where I made up the pattern, was on the ride home. I was like crying and sobbing the entire time going home and knitting these cute little socks because I was so sad to leave my nephew, my sister, my brother-in-law. I was so sad. So anyways, these make up for it because they're adorable. So I shipped hers off, so hopefully we'll have some pictures soon on some cute little feet. But this pattern is coming out soon. I just have to finish up with all the editing stuff. So, but they've already been tested. If you were one of the test knitters, I had probably 30 test knitters on this one. It was crazy. If you were one of the test knitters, please post your photos and use hashtag baby airplane socks and hashtag Lolo did it, because I would love to see all of them on Instagram, because you guys all took really cute photos and you emailed them to me, and I would love to see them, and I'm sure everybody else would. So anyways, this pattern's coming out soon. I've got that. Something I wanted to talk about is, because of this pattern, are these needles. I love these. These are the mini twist set by Chiaogu. And what that is they are the smaller needles. Let me actually get you the correct specs. They're on this little thing, and they're the 000 to 1.5 size, and that is 1.5 millimeter to 2.5 millimeter. And they are, this is a 4-inch set, so they're not short, but they have the mini cord. I am in love with these. Absolutely awesome. I've been doing, I don't usually do socks magic loop. I've been doing these magic loop, and this is a great set. So I also have the shorties set in. I only think I have 1 or 2 more left of those, but the shorties set is almost the same thing, but it's sizes 2 inches and 3 inches that you can make the 9-inch circulars and 12-inch circulars out of that one. This one you can get all of the different sizes and just pick your length. So but anyways, I love these, and I thought I'd share because I really like the thin cord, because it's easy to kind of push through. On socks, I felt like the other interchangeables, if I was doing magic loop, were just, the cord's a little thick, so it takes a little bit more effort to push it through the other side. So I thought I'd tell you this. I have them on my shop now, and they're awesome. And it comes with a little cute, like, I just love this little kit. So I had to tell you that. If anybody was looking for a recommendation, because there's always all sorts of needles out there. Chiaogu happens to be my favorite, which is why I carry almost their entire line on my shop. But there's so much out there, and everybody's going to have their own opinion, and everybody's going to have their favorite. This just happens to be mine, and it's worth giving a shot. That set is not super expensive. When you get the full set, it's a little bit more pricey, but yeah. So, all right, what else is going on? All right, I think I've covered all of the knit-alongs, and guys, I think I choked. I'm sorry. So everything is done on the knit-alongs and everything. You know what's going on, and it's going to be a lot of fun this fall. I cannot wait. So I'm going to go over what's coming new to the shop. So first thing is, of course, Yeti goes to Halloween Town. This is inspired by Nightmare Before Christmas. And you can see all the beautiful colors from the movie. I love that movie. And then as soon as I knew that we were doing Yeti Goes To, I put this on my calendar like months and months ago. I was like, I know what I'm doing for Halloween. And then we've got the matching project bags. And the project bags have Jack in it. Look at that. Oh, I gotta turn it around so you can actually see it. So the Yeti project bags have themed fabric on the inside. It's just so much fun. We have tons of fun doing this. My sister makes the project bags, and we always have a blast planning out like all the themes and stuff. So anyways, this one is awesome. This is the first Halloween colorway I released. I released this a couple days ago, and it's just fabulous. I love this colorway. It's so dark. Like, I love it. So I love this. So this is on the shop already. The project bags are, I think I've got, it looks like I got 3 left of the project bags, and everything else is going. I've got this available on all the yarn bases. And then all of the Halloween colors. So by the time I get done recording this podcast, all of the Halloween colorways should be up on the shop, except one because it's on the drying rack. So let me show you. First one, Witch's Brew is back. I don't actually remember if we dyed this last year. I think we dyed it 2 years ago. So this is Witch's Brew. It's bright and awesome. I love it. This is Beetlejuice. My friend Charity mentioned to me last year, this is a new one from last year. She said, Lauren, you need to do Beetlejuice. And I was like, oh, okay. And literally that week I dyed it and just like made it happen. It was amazing. So she was really sweet. She's like, I have to have Beetlejuice. I'm like, you got it. So this is, it does have green. You can't really see it on the screen, but it does have like a really dark green bit in mixed in there, and then the purple and black. It's amazing. And I have a pair of socks knit up on it. I wonder if I could find the picture for this. If I can, I will put it here. It does look a little different from last year just because it's been an entire year since we dyed it, so it's not, they always look a little different when there's that much time in between, but it's super cool. They're my favorite pair of socks for the Halloween time. I love them. So this one is Rotten, and this is back from last year too. And okay, this looks really funky in the skein, but knit up it looks amazing. And it's called Rotten because the day that we were dyeing this last October, oh my gosh, my Westie, Winston, he's a little white dog, he got into the mud at our house, and he was covered from head, he was black. I mean, he's a white dog. He was black from head to toe. And my husband goes, Winston, you are rotten, you know, in his southern accent. It's so cute. And so I was like, Rotten, we need a Rotten colorway. So that's where this one came from. We're dorks around here. And this one is called Cauldron. This is so beautiful and elegant, but has those like not quite right colors, you know, like it's a cauldron, it's poison, it's supposed to be bad. It's really cool. This one is just beautiful. I love this colorway. This one is Ghostbusters, which originally was actually Yarn of the Month Club colorway, and then we had to make it a thing. So this is Ghostbusters, and this is back. Radioactive Zombies is back. And this one is inspired by The Walking Dead. I can't remember what episode, but it was something cool. But this has become a Halloween color, and it's really cool. And then this one, I know I told the story of this last year, but this one's called Background Crazy, and literally my husband named this because I was driving him back crazy that day, and then he's like, Lauren, that has to be a colorway. So I know we have the best relationship. So this is Background Crazy, and it's beautiful, and yeah, you need it. So that's all my Halloween colors. I did want to also point out that Polyjuice Potion, like 4 years ago, I don't even know how long ago, this was originally a Halloween colorway that we just kind of kept around, and it's been within our Harry Potter stuff. But It's a fantastic Halloween colorway. So if you were looking for something more on the bright side with some pink and stuff in it, this is really cool. So that is Polyjuice Potion. So all of these colorways, minus Polyjuice Potion, I'm sorry, not Polyjuice Potion. Everything else that I just showed you will retire on October 31st. Basically, we'll dye it, like if something runs out of stock, we'll dye it again, but October 31st is the cutoff. If it's sold out that week of Halloween, then it won't be dyed again. So just keep in mind that it's only going to be available for approximately a month and a half. So if you want these colorways, definitely snatch them up. They are beautiful. And they're fun. Like, I love Halloween colors because they're so much fun. I have one more coming out that I gave a sneak peek on my Instagram, but it's called Wicked. And that one, if you look on my website, there's a banner that says how the Halloween colorways. It's the darkest one in the bunch. It's so cool and badass. It's amazing. So you guys, that one will be out next week. I just didn't get it off the drying racks this week, so my apologies, but it'll be available next week. So all of these Halloween colorways are available now through October 31st. Don't miss them, because usually in November I get people messaging me, Lauren, where's Ghostbusters? And I have to say, I'm sorry, it's not there. So get it while it's here. Because that's what I ran into last year, and I'm like, they retired, I'm sorry. This is also something to think about, is during a limited time season. So we're coming up on limited time seasons. We've got Halloween, we've got fall colorways, we've got winter colorways, we've got Christmas colorways coming out. All of these you can order as a sweater quantity only for the season that it's available. So for example, if you wanted a sweater quantity of Beetlejuice, you could order it through my sweater quantity dye to order section if we don't have it available ready to ship, but you cannot order it past October 31st. So if that's something, if you were like last year, you really wanted a sweater quantity of one of these, like I had a couple of people ask me about Cauldron because it's really, really pretty light color. Make sure you order it before October 31st, because after that I do not do sweater quantities on seasonal colors. Okay. Next thing that's coming up, I'm going to show you all of my fall colors that will retire also after October 31st. I believe that's what it says in all the listings. So make sure to grab these as well. These are all coming out next week. So we have the ones that are already on the shop that I want to point out that will retire this fall is we've got Tonight, which is like golds and burgundies, really pretty. And then Blue Jean Baby. So these two are ones that, because they were regular colorways, we're just gonna make sure that they're just fall colorways, and they are really, really pretty. So those are already on the shop. And then ones that, this one is one that was available last year and will retire. It'll come out next week. It's going to retire this fall. This one's called Indian Summer, and this is inspired by falls in Indiana, where I grew up and rode my bike and all that stuff. So this is really, really pretty, like almost red orange. It's just pretty. I love this one. New colorways that are coming out are, and you've seen this in the kit for Jen at Webster Street Knittery, her mystery knit along, which is called Lolo's Lucky Star mystery knit along. This one is called October Skies. It is so pretty and just subtle. It's just really nice. I love this one. This one will retire at the end of the fall. This one is a new one that you guys haven't seen yet. It's called Pumpkin Spice. I had to do it. I just bought the, what's it called? The Torani syrups that go into your coffee, because I generally don't go out for coffee. I usually always make it at home. I have an espresso, I have like a milk frother thingamajigger, and then I have a regular coffee pot. I love coffee. but I don't get all the stuff because firstly they put a whole bunch of junk in it, and I was like, ugh. So this time I got the Torani sugar-free, the pumpkin pie one. You guys, everybody's gonna buy Torani syrup because it's fantastic. It feels like you're in a cafe. I foam up my milk, I put the syrup, oh my god, so I got that last week, and this happened because the pumpkin pie coffee. I can't help it. So this is really, really, really pretty. That'll be on the shop. Thank you, by the way, to my friend Carrie, who enabled me to get the syrup. Now I have to have all the flavors. You know how that goes. You guys have a friend like that, right? So this one is another one that's available in the Mystery Knit Along kit, but it will be available next week all by itself. This is called Smells Like Fall. And I love this. I cannot decide. I'm like literally trying to pick all the colorways that I need to knit with this fall before I retire them. I know this sounds like a crazy rule, but if it is past the date and it's retired and I'm not dyeing it anymore, and I didn't grab a skein for myself, I don't allow myself to dye one for me, because I'm like, I should have known better. I know when these are retiring, and I'm like, shame on myself. Now I have to wait till next year, so. So this is Smells Like Fall, because you guys know that smell. It doesn't really happen here in Vegas, which is kind of sad because it doesn't, the leaves don't really change here. But when we travel, this fall we're going back to North Carolina to visit some family, and it's just that beautiful scent. Like I cannot get enough of it. So amazing. This one is another fall colorway called Sugar and Spice. So pretty. And then this one is called Cozy Quiet. Cozy Quiet is like, it reminds me, so when we used to live in North Carolina, we lived in the North Carolina mountains, and there we didn't have neighbors. We had a fireplace, and it was just, this colorway reminds me of us and our dogs curled up, and there's a fireplace going, and it's snowing outside, and we've got the mountains behind us. It's just so pretty. We lived like 45 minutes north of Asheville in a nothing, like there's nobody there. A really tiny town. And it was just so beautiful. So that's why this one's called Cozy Quiet, because it reminds me of the mountains. And I hope you guys love it. So all of these, if they are new colorways, so Cozy Quiet, October Sky, Sugar and Spice, Pumpkin Spice, Smells Like Fall, and Indian Summer, these are all going to be on the shop next week. And these two are already on the shop, but remember, they are retiring by the end of this fall. This is We've Got Tonight and Blue Jean Baby. So that's everything, guys. That's what's going on. I will have a new hippo coming out, so keep an eye out for that. You guys, all of these new colorways, and all of, like, we've got 30 football colorways. That's a knit along going on as well, our game day knit along. Go to my website, it's on the front page. It's all there. But so we had 30 colorways there. We had all these new colorways, and then we've got the hippos and the yetis. We are in photographing yarn craziness. So I promise I will get the new hippo on the shop. I've had so many emails or messages going, Lauren, where's the hippo? I'm like, I know, I gotta take pictures. So we're working on it. Hopefully by the end of next week we'll have all the fall, all the Halloween, and the hippo out. So that's the goal by next Friday. Things happen. Sometimes we don't reach goals, but that's the goal. So if you were looking for any of those, just keep an eye out next week. I usually put them on the shop, and then the next day I announce them on Instagram. So if you are looking for something, just like type it in, any of the names in the search bar or whatever, if you're looking for them. You can also look under the limited time section. Those are all things that will retire at the end of the fall. And you can look at new or restocked. So those sections, limited, new, or restocked, all of those, have all the new colors in them. So yeah, that's awesome. So now I get to tell you about all my projects. So I finished my beekeeper cardigan, and it's beautiful. I love knitting this. So for people who are wondering my statistics, I knew I did not have 4 days to knit this, or even complete days. I just don't have, it's not even possible. For those of you who say it's possible, I don't know I don't know. I can't do it. I can't even sit still for that long. So I have a sitting still problem. So what I did instead is I timed myself. Since this was supposed to be a 4-day knit along, I timed myself on it, and I finished this in approximately 60-ish hours. My app crashed at one point, so I had to guess on where I was in the hours, but I'm within about two hours of the guess, so 60-ish. I'm gonna go with 60-ish, which is approximately 6 10-hour days. There's no way I could actually sit for 10 hours in a day. Not possible. But this is the result of 60 hours of knitting, and it is wonderful. I put this on, and what's funny is, so this is a DK weight. This is my whole lot of DK. It is my 85% Polworth, 15% silk DK weight. And I was thinking, while I was knitting this, it's really, the pattern kind of crunches up the sweater, so it looks kind of bulky. But once I block this, oh my gosh. Firstly, it fits great. Secondly, it feels so light. Like, I was not expecting it to feel so nice on. But it's really nice. It does not close all the way. It's not intended to close all the way. It is an opened cardigan. But I will back up a little bit to kind of show you. I wonder if I could back this whole thing up. There we go. To show you what it looks like. So this is, it fits just so nice, and it hangs. I love the drape on this fabric. It hangs nice. You can see it hangs straight. And I did block it, I did pin it so that it would be the correct length and all that. And I knit these, this can go down all the way, but I never put my sweaters all the way down. I knit them to right here, this bone, because I wanted to have my shirts, if I had a long sleeve shirt, just poke out a little bit instead of a lot. But I always pull out my sleeves anyways. But it is lovely. And what I will say, for all of you guys who have been looking for a sweater pattern, a cardigan pattern that is a beginner, yes, this has a lot of stitches. There's a special stitch in here. This is a very simple and easy to follow. If you are an advanced beginner and you are willing to take it on, this is not a difficult sweater. It looks difficult. It's not difficult. So you guys can totally do this. It's so, so pretty. This is in my Amazed color. For those of you, a lot of people ask me, did I alternate skeins? I did not alternate skeins. I did the whole body in one skein, and then use the second skein for the band, the collar, the arms, and this. So just in case you guys, people were asking me. And I knit a size 46 bust. So that, just so that you guys know what size I knit. So this, I love it. I'll wear it all the time. I'm dying right now. It's 100 degrees outside and I'm hot, but it is lovely. And I loved this pattern. Marie Green, who is at Olive Knits on Instagram, designed this, and she made the hype for the 4-day knit along. And it is just so pretty. I love it. I love how it fits. So, anyways, I'm done. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see this crazy picture. I tried it on for the first time after I blocked it. And I was just like, I love it. So I had to share my ridiculous selfie. So it's perfect. And I weaved in all the ends. I actually did it differently this time. I decided to block it and then weave in the ends. Because my last sweater that I knit, I wove in the ends and then blocked it, and then I had like little things sticking out. I didn't really like that look, and I ended up cutting the woven in ends more. I'm probably going to end up with holes in my sweater but I didn't like the ends sticking out. So I did that this time. Let's see if that works. I don't know. Tell me what am I supposed to do? Like, what is the sweater knitter supposed to do? You sweater pros out there, I would love to know. Because I think people have said block it with the ends woven in, but then trim it afterwards. I think that's what you're actually supposed to do. Don't know. Tell me below. Write me below and tell me. The other thing that I finished is my Timely cardigan. I just finished this. I haven't blocked it yet, so I'll show you guys more later. But this was really pretty. I knitted out of my Dreamy base. And I think that's it. I think we got it all. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for your enthusiasm and everything else. On a personal note, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I don't really know how to say it, but I'm just gonna say it. Today, or this week, was the anniversary of us doing the Helping Hippos, the donation for all of the victims, or I shouldn't say victims, you guys aren't victims, all of the people who were affected by the hurricanes last year. You had Harvey and Irma, all the people in Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico. We did a huge fundraiser last year, and it just blew my mind. People their generosity, their love, their humanity, and their willingness to give just blew my mind last year. And it humbles me to think about that, because it was something that I didn't think how big of an impact it would be, and it was significant. And it was, this community just blows my mind on a daily basis with your kindness. And when I was thinking about that this past week, then all of a sudden we have a new hurricane going to hit the North Carolina coast. And of course, I used to live there, and it's just like, it just is one of those things that this entire summer, all we were doing here at work was going, I hope there's not another hurricane. I hope we don't have to do Helping Hippos. When people would ask me if I was coming out with the colorway again, I'm like, I hope I don't have to. I hope we don't need a fundraiser. So I am hoping that this hurricane does not do the damage that people are talking about on the news. I haven't watched the news since very early this morning, and it was just very barely raining on the coast. So I don't know what's going on now, but I just want to tell you guys my thoughts and prayers are with everybody in those states who are going to be affected. And I hope you guys are good and you're safe. And again, I hope I don't have to do a crazy fundraiser. So I'm hoping that this hurricane loses all of its power by this afternoon. Might not happen. I don't know Mother Nature, but that's what I'm doing. So anyways, that was just, I didn't know when to say it or how to say it, but I just wanted to say thank you guys for letting me be a part of this community and letting me do things like that and supporting me and things that give to other humans. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. I feel for people who are in need in those situations. I have a big heart for that. And the people of Texas, Houston, Florida, and the people in Puerto Rico were no different last year, and this time it's the same thing. So hopefully we don't have to do anything, but if we do, just keep an ear out, and I'll put something on the website. But yeah, okay. I'll let you guys go. I hope that's not ending on a downer. We're gonna end on hope. I hope it doesn't do too bad to those communities over there. So I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.